Check 1 2 1 2. Check, 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 check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Is this thing on? Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Bang, bang, bang. Yo, 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 yo. Okay. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer. Let's bring that music back in. I bring it down for me, but I bring it up for you, baby. You know how it is. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here for Bitcoin in this weekly candle close. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Had a beautiful day. Hope you had a beautiful day with you and yours on this Sunday. The blessed day, the beginning of the week. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's break it down. Earlier today, we were looking at something like this. We did get the drop a little to the downside, 30,400 right now sitting, right? So far, Bitcoin did slump. We were watching the 15-minute. It did not look bullish. We were seeing what the 15-minute would do. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it. Earlier today, we were just talking about this trend line. Could this trend line hold, right? Looked like we kind of we dropped it and then bearishly retested it twice. So could be looked at as some, a little bit of some bearish tones there to the downside, right? You could open it up and suggest we're still inside. But then again, you're flirting with this, I guess more of a falling wedge at this point. If you're on that 15. Which could bring you back to the top of the pattern. Interesting. Wouldn't have such a symmetrical move. And this is what we do here every single week as we break down what happens for Bitcoin. All right. We're going to get back into the small time look at Bitcoin. We're going to break up what's happening on the big time. And then we're going to zoom our way in like we do every single week here. Shout out to all the beautiful lifers. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here. Grab your lemon water. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to put a big old load of lemon in there. Doesn't sound right for some reason, but it is what it is. Share this to your social medias. Tell people. Facebook, Twitter, you name it. Instagram. Let people know what you're watching. Let people know what you're doing. You're with the Crypto Lifer. God bless all the lifers out there for the weekly candle close. And tell a friend that you come to the weekly candle close every single week as we get ready for Bitcoin. As we get ready for Bitcoin. As we get ready for Bitcoin. And the weekly candle close. The weekly candle close. Every single Sunday night, we do it, and it's a cleansing when I do that. Refreshes all the energy from last week back out, and we kind of start afresh. It's like, it literally, your face, the blood in your face, everything changes. It's kind of like oming in some shape, way, or form. Let's take a look at what's happening here for Bitcoin. Now we opened at 26,340. The high was 31,424. Chabela. The low was 26,257. The candle closed at 30,464. It went up $4,124.40, up 15.66%. And we would close the weekly candle above the 200 SMA. The 21 would cross the 200 SMA on the weekly time frame. We would backtest this many times on many other assets, and you would be like, wow. We'll do that again for you. Who wants to see it again? Let me see the chat. Let's see the chat. Let's see what the chat's doing. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Yo, the other day, Mark. Yeah. Back. Stephen Curry back. All the way from downtown. Your hard work is unreal. Hardest working man in the space. Thank you. Shout out to Daniel Perez. God bless you, brother. How about that for a weekly bullish engulfer? Nice. Again. Hey, Lifer, did you sleep in the sun? Man, you guys are so funny, man. I'm gonna look like this all summer long. Get used to it. All right. What's up from North Carolina? I love your show. Shout out to you, man. God bless you. Thank you for saying that. Shout out to Caleb Lee. God bless you, Caleb. Say hi to you and yours and your family. Let them know you're a good guy because you're watching the Lifer. Benjamin Bernier. God bless you, Lifer. God bless you, Benjamin. Indie Rock Crypto. Ugly Shot Swoosh. NBA Jam. Sam with the man. Shout out to Lifer. Adam in the house. Jersey Shore Lifer. My man. Kaz Stacked. Let's go. GF Burke. Me and you on the same tip. Lifer. Shout out to Rave Song Records in the house. A lot of cool people out here. Lifer the Lobster. Should Dave Hagen. Dang you, David. How dare you? I'm here for your amusement, huh? You're supposed to laugh at me, huh? Because I look red. Red like a what? Red like a tomato? Red like a lobster? Red like what? What are we talking here? Red like a Chevy Chevette? Huh? Look like a Chevy Vet back in 1967? What are we talking about over here? What kind of red? Are we cherry apple? Huh? Are we fire engine? Are we brick? Let me know, huh? You want to talk about red, huh? I'll talk about red, huh? We could talk about red till we could talk about the color red here to the end of the time, man. All night long. I got more ideas about red than you've ever thought about in your little pinky. All right? I could talk about red for hours. Just try me. I could talk about red for the rest of the show. Just red candles. Okay? Red retracements. Okay? Descending triangles that make redness. I still love green. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Red Muscle Man. Red like cherry tomatoes. Red like a book over here. Hey. I turn red if I tried to say choosy over here. Red like a moneymaker. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. All right, so the weekly candle was amazing. I mean, how could I not be in a good mood? The weekly candle was absolutely wondrous and amazing. All right. Let's go back to what you can, the Dow Jones is a great way to trade any asset in the world. You can backtest all sorts of different ideas on the Dow Jones. And because it has so much information from so long, it's pretty awesome, So you could look for the last time the 21 crossed. It was right there. And we had a massive rally. The Dow Jones crossed there on November 22nd of 2010, would continue to rally like you would not believe after the 21-day moving average would cross the 200 on the weekly. A few weeks later, the 50 would follow for the golden. There it is one again with a beautiful move to the upside for the Dow. We did get a bottom a little lower there at scary times, but we did get a huge pump. And that's from 2003 all the way to 2007. That's a 4-year run. And you don't really see it again till back here, in 1975, right? Right there again a little bit. I hung out a few times up and down around it, but after it finally crossed, it was gone. 1982. But each of these crosses would make pretty substantial moves in the market. So every single time we've had the 21-day crossing, probably 90% of the time, it's been the end of a bear market. As you can clearly see, bear market times, cross, get them up, And it's also usually the beginning of a pretty big market. I'm not saying it has to be, but it has been in the past. We can look at gold, too, an asset that's been trading for years on end. Okay, and we're going to look for the same signal on gold, and if we can find it, And there we have it right here. We dipped into like a bearish tone, right? Down to $1,000, kind of up and down. Eventually we dipped up, dipped below. But when the 21 finally crossed, I mean, that was a huge move for gold, right? From $1,200, and it would rip all the way back to, and to where it is now at 1,900. So again, right here, it went into a bearish market. It had an Adam and Eve double bottom. Look at that beautiful Adam and Eve. I mean, that's textbook stuff right there. Adam and Eve. And there's your Adam, there's your Eve. It crosses with the 21 crossing the 200 SMA, and we are gone like the wind, Cary Grant, right? So this is the stuff that I talk about. This is the stuff that dreams are made of, okay? And it's put in the hard work. Shout out to everyone that puts in the hard work and does damage, knows what they're doing, stays on grind, keeps it happening. God bless you all. I appreciate you more than you would ever know, okay? Glad I got into cake at the bottom. Thinking about selling my long-term algo bag. Not looking good and can still get into something else. Honestly, algo, I believe, can get back to $5. Not financial advice. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. And it may or may not moon the way you want it to. You know what I mean? I have a small bag. I got in at 30 cents years ago. I sold a little bit at the top, kept the rest, and just letting it ride. Whatever happens, happens. But yeah, I'm not all about just jumping into algo. There's a lot of bandwagon algo lovers, and I love you all. And I'm with algo as a good tech and all that. But I'm about making money and speculating on the next move in the next run. Here's the deal. We're going to use our money to change the world. We're going to change the world by creating great new projects, great new coins, things in that nature. In 2028, 2030, and years to come. That's what I plan on doing for the crypto space. But to get there, I got to start a crypto company. We got to get investment. We got to get moving. And we want to make money in the bull run. Okay? I'm being honest with you. There's a few coins that I'm somewhat loyal to. And mainly Bitcoin is the one I would hold long. The only coin I would hold right now more than 10 years without thinking about taking it off a wallet is Bitcoin. Even Ethereum I would want to sell at one point, I believe, even though I like Ethereum. Maybe I could hold Ethereum too. Possibly BNB. A few. Okay, fine. It's a few, but there's like the top 4. And Bitcoin still gives me the best feeling. And I'm just saying for holding for long term, for 10 years. You know what I mean? I like Quant, but I just don't. I was talking about it today. I just don't think Quant has the legs for more than a 20x. I think 30x is the most you'll get out of Quant if you're lucky. If you're so lucky that it's out of control lucky. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Thank you for the super chat. God bless you. Boom. Oh, not a lot of ball movement there. We need more ball movement in that cup downtown over there. Shout out to Stephen Curry all the way from downtown. Stephen Curry back for 3. Oh, and he hits it for 1 minute left of the game. So, just showing you these ideas, about the 21 crossing the 200 SMA on the weekly. It doesn't mean it's everything, but it's been a big deal. And we're even getting a bullish cross back on the stochastic. And so far, we're opening pretty green right now, The cool thing would be to hold the weekly candle above these 2 candles. So we could zoom in here, and we're just going to show you the weekly support right now. And it's this line right here at about 30,300. It's pretty close to price action. Pretty close. Another cool thing is the 3-day chart just got above the 200 SMA. And I could play my long game here where you put a stop loss here, get into the trade here, and just see if it can hang out above the 200 SMA and make huge moves, like we see on all other time frames. What you're doing is you back test this on smaller on the 1 minute if you want to, then you can start using it on the 7 and the 15, then comfortable on and then you start spanning out daily, 3-day, right? Does it work on the weekly? And this is how I was able to make some serious moves with my life, And it's because I looked at things in the smaller time frames, and then I started testing them out. And then sometimes I put them to the test in the real moment, like in the heat of the moment, right? And basically with long Bitcoin, like when I long Bitcoin on hidden bullish divergence, it's kind of crazy, right? But I did it because I had tested it multiple times, and it worked many times on many other time frames. And I found that the smaller time frames worked. Like things that I figured out on the 7 worked on the 1 hour. Things that I figured on the 1 hour worked on the daily. So I said, then how can't things that I figured out on the daily and the 4 hour work on the weekly? Right? I logically asked myself these questions, and then I went for it. So 3-day chart is getting overbought, but it did just cross the line, and I've seen big pumps come out of that. So that takes me to the smaller time frames to see kind of what we're going for here. Right now, the 12 hour, the 22, is making a good flag, but it is very far away from the 21-day moving average. These do have to marry at one point for us to get, a pretty nice move to the upside. Same with that 12 hour. Now, the 4 hour finally has touched the 21. Okay, and this is what I've been looking at closely for the last day, really. Has some descending. I have to be honest. You got this going here. It has some, you can call it you could call it a symmetrical triangle, but really, if you just use the wicks, which I normally never do, I'll be honest, but you gotta look at that like a descending triangle. In my humble opinion. Now, also a bit of a double bottom. Don't get me wrong there. There's some, and you're very oversold, right? The one thing I keep seeing in my head is this bearish divergence here, right? As this swung up sharply, that swung down. You made the bearish div, and you could someone say, well, you responded, and your previous resistance you bounced off of as support. And look, that's the exact weekly support. That happens to be the yellow line that I previously drew on the weekly. Isn't that insane? How it's playing out on the smaller time frame. So if I stick to the candles, you could say, all right, we might need to come lower and make a falling wedge. But the overall pattern looks very descending triangle-like to me. Even when I just stick to the candles and give it a little space, very descending triangle, which is a bearish pattern. I see break to the downside more than I see break to the upside. I'm not trying to I don't have a huge short, and I can't wait for people to jump on in. I have no motive but showing you exactly what I'm seeing in the charts. Nice little pump back to the upside at 30,500. Not too bad, but again, not what we're looking for, right? Bit of a double bottom here. That's the one thing I'm seeing, that we didn't break that weekly support. So you look for price action to probably just get tighter in the zone, I just want to take a look at the daily close. So the daily candle was very strange. It's green now, but it was a red daily candle. It had major sell pressure. We got to a high of 31,342. The low was 30,280, and we would close at about, 30,464. A lot closer to the low. Went down $60 the whole day, $67 the entire day. Bitcoin went down $67. Pretty, and it gained a lot of it back already. But it's very overbought on the daily stochastic and the RSI. RSI doesn't have a big divergence, though, on the daily, which tells me that it may still have some gas. But in the MACD is, just showing you that the buyers are getting exhausted. You're getting into overbought territory on the indicators. This music's a little nuts, if you ask me. It's a little much. So it's supposed to be a little background. That's a lot, too. I'll go with that. It's still a little much, but I can rock with it. Anyway, let's get back into brass tacks here. So, we talked about the weekly. All right, we went over that. I just want to break it down. We're in a good spot. We broke out of the bigger channel to the upside. Life is good, right? Retracement areas that could be possible for Bitcoin. Simple. You can call them order blocks. You can call them gaps in the VRVP. You can call them fair value. You can call them whatever you want. To me, they're just simple areas of liquidity on the volume profile range. They're just volume. So right here, you can see we went up and down. We got resistance. You're talking 28,166. Here, we had a double top. definitely a resistance area. Could become a nice support at 29,533, 29,005. And then the weekly one that we showed you at 30,300. All right. We break 30,300. You can see on the daily, we can easily drop to 29.5. We lose 29.5. You can see we can easily come back to 28,000. We're pretty far away from the 21-day moving average. The daily is overbought with wicks to the downside. You know, a betting man would tell you that we're likely to come somewhere back to this area. All right. If you look at the impulse, the 618 is somewhere right here, which would be the 27,000 range. To me, I wouldn't want to break this point of control here at 27,900, and also that previous nice resistance. Just don't want to breach this, you know, general thought that we broke through this beautiful falling wedge to the upside. But I wouldn't be surprised if we did a 2-week pullback too. You know, just a nice slow summer pullback to the downside here. The daily's overbought. So, and after a big pump, I'll tell you what, price action likes to come back to the 21-day moving average in some way, shape, or form. Now, we could continue to pump a little bit more, and I guess it could run. And then it could come back and meet it later on. But the odds get higher and higher, you know, lower and lower that you can continue to pump. You know what I mean? Based on my theory that I've backtested for, you know, 6-7 years now. So we'll see. We will see. But only time will tell. So the daily doesn't look amazing. All right. Our 4-hour says it can hang. Like, there's a chance it could really make a move out of this double bottom. And it is respecting this local resistance and support. Resistance became new support. So can the 4-hour be the miracle maker? Can it break us out of the range? Can it tap through this high on the left here at 31,400? Right? That's the question that everybody wants to know. That's the $1 million question, right? If I had the answer, which some say I do, some say I don't, I beg to argue either way. But tongue twisting. But, you know, this is definitely a bit of a descending triangle in my heart of hearts. Can you look at the stock ETH? I don't know if I can. I'll take a look. Shout out to Crypto Plumber. Shout out to you in the $5 super chat. God bless you, brother. ETHE. We'll take a look at it for you. DOT making its moves, man. If we can just get Dom to drop, alts can pump. Yeah, the dominance for sure. Uniswap banging on them. Shout out to Ken Mack in the house, man. You're far too kind, man. You're far too kind. God bless everybody here on the live. So we take a look at the 1 hour, all right? And the 1 hour is also, you know, I have to be honest, the 1 hour's got descending triangle vibes all over it. All over it. So we're in a descending triangle. These break to the downside, like I say 80 to 90% of the time. And when they do, they break out pretty fast to the downside. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it's more likely than anything else. All right. And you're getting moving averages really far away, like the 21s away from the 200. You already had a bearish divergence right there, which is swing up to swing up. Well, this swung down. So I would assume that we would get a short here on, you know, but again, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So the daily will press and begin to short, 22 as well. They'll keep the 4 hour pinned down. The 4 hour will kind of double down one more time here. We'll continue to drop, right? Then the 4 hour reset, get our bounce back up here in this zone. Then that can oscillate for us while the daily resets, and then we can get a bigger bounce. So I'm seeing bearish tones right now out of what is looking to me like a descending triangle, all right? And yes, there's a double bottom there, and I get that. But I also see a lower high, like, you know, high, low, lower high. So when this 1 hour rolls over, you know, and it's not the best. But I tell you what, you know, we play these Adam and Eve double bottoms. So why couldn't we play this like Adam and Eve kind of double top type of thing here? And that's also bearish to the downside, right? And even if you don't want to go that far, you could just, it kind of looks like it's an M. It's a bit of an M. A messy M, but it's an M nonetheless. So I'm seeing bearish stuff going on here. The charts are speaking to me in bearish tones on a Sunday night going into Monday. Heavy volatility as well. So be careful. They may flip the script on us. We'll take a look at BOOKMAP and see if it shows us liquidity to the upside or to the downside. What are you guys thinking for BOOKMAP? Where's the liquidity going to be? Going to be to the upside or to the downside? You know? Shout out to Lifer Friend. Shout out to Diablo. Shout out to Jesse Namasil in the house. Shout out to my man GF Burke in the house. We love you, Burke. Shout out to the bearish Wonka Diamond. Shout out to CK. Shout out to Case. Shout out to Lifer Friend. We love you, brother. Shout out to Mike Bryant. Panda Vibes. Shout out to Ishmael Smith. Shout out to Lifer Friend again with the smiley face. Shout out to the Bombo. Shout out to Benjamin Bernier. Shout out to MF. Can't say it. God bless you, man. To the upside and to the downside. Lifer Adam, my man. Any idea what the timeline on the BlackRock ETF is, or if it will even happen at all? Nobody knows. I think it's highly likely it will. They usually don't get shot down, but you never know. Shout out to you. Shout out to Nate, Crypto Dog. God bless you, Nate Dog, in crypto. Randy Albaget, my man. Alvaro Palumbi. God bless you, brother. Bullish Bradley in the house, my man. Shout out to Sam Price, my man, V. Lifer Friend Sean, blessed in peace. Lifer Friend and Sean, blessed and in peace. As I wish you all and your loved ones, that is love, peace, joy, and abundance. Shout out to Creators Crypto, we love you. Late February at the latest. Best crypto trading channel in the game. Livers are bullish from the 90s. Sam is MJ. Never loses a final. My man. Livers are the Bulls from the 90s. Shout out to Diablo. Sam is priceless and the best football, man. Hey, I'm a good football. They made my day. That made my day, Lifer. Shout out to Nate, Crypto Dog. We love you. Let's make your day again then. Lawrence Believer. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. Shout out to the Lifer. Pete Ed Reddish. Mr. Reddish, we love you. Larry Fink is Satoshi, man. You never know. Ryan Fashog. Mathematics in the house. Holding it down. Wonder in the holding it down. Sean holding it down. PS5 Future of Gaming. Remember that coin competition we talked about way back? It paid off. Love you, Sammy. Your knowledge is priceless. Shout out to Stay Calm in the house. Sammy got kissed by the sun. Shut your little mouth, Wonder. We love you, though. Oh, please. The 90s was trash era. MJ is overhyped. LeBron would have destroyed. Oh, man. You know that's a guy who was born in like 1991. If you really saw MJ, we forgive you for saying that because you never saw MJ live. Like, you didn't live through it. If you didn't live through it, you'll never realize how great it really was. You know what I mean? So we understand. Like, we know that's what you're supposed to say. Because, like, if you didn't live through that greatness, you never would have known. Like, it just... So we know. We feel bad for you saying things like that. But we know that it's not your fault. You know what I mean? You'll be okay. You'll be okay. And let's break it down. So I see a descending triangle to the downside for Bitcoin. Pure as day. It is what it is. You open a short, you make that money. It is what it is. You know what I mean? 30,500 cap. And we're done. We're done. We're going all the way down to 10K, maybe 6K, probably 3K. I've even heard talks of $500, you know, to zero, everyone to zero. Come on, I'm just joking around. Let's get real. I'm not a financial advisor, though. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. But let's get serious, you know. But I do see us breaking down. Whether we test, you know, the next level to test is going to be 29,500, you know, incidentally. So from 35 to 29.5, it makes sense. I mean, and the 200 SMA too, we could get a bounce from that. And we may go sideways and stay tight or make some type of falling wedge here like this. And just continue in this beautiful wedge. It would be nice if we held like a lower move, see? A lot of times descending triangles do turn into falling wedges. I will tell you that. So I need some retracement to the bigger pump. If you guys call me a tomato, I'm out. No, I'm not going to be out, but you just won't be able to see me anymore. Who wants my tomato face? If you want to see me, write tomato face. If you're done with me and you don't want to look at me anymore, I get it. You just can't take it. Just say get your ketchup face out of here. All right? But if you want me back, write tomato face in the chat and say, we love you, tomato face. We love you. And just maybe, I'll put myself back in. Tomato face. Wow, no one wrote, but money flow on the rise. Tomato face, we love you. Tomato face. Need you back. We love you, brother. Red dot pin on the 4 hour on the daily on Market Cipher B. We love you, tomato face. A lot of tomato face love out here. Wow. 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 So no ketchup. No one wants to not see my face and write ketchup. Ketchup face. Bounce. Bounce out of here, ketchup face. Love you, ketchup face. There we go. I love it. I love it. There we go. Greetings from Greece. Shout out to you, my friend. I'm gonna peek in and see if it's okay. Mr. Redface, back of the house. Shout out to everybody here. I'm nice and red on the face. They call me Mr. Sammy Price Tomato Face. Because I sell tomatoes, my face is so red. People love me. People want to get as red as me. You're a tomato, but we still love you over here. My dad used to call me a tomato at the beach. You know, we get home, we'd be eating pasta, you know, with the garlic bread like my mother used to make. Homemade, you know, with the roll, the way that, you know, the homemade pasta, you know, where it kind of looks like all different things, you know. Yeah, she just kind of whipped it up. You know how it is when you grow up Italian, huh? Huh? Always smelling like garlic underneath my nails. You know how it is. But, you know, me and my brother sitting there eating the pasta, you know. I got to tell you, so many stories. Me and my father eating the pasta. I'm being... Me and my grandmother eating the pasta, you know. Hey, fagioli. And the fagioli, the pasta fagioli, the fagioli. Oh my gosh. The fagioli, baby. Hey. I remember when I first saw it, I called it fagioli. I was like, let me get the fagioli soup over here. He's like, hey, it's pasta fagioli, you mother. You got no respect, you Irishman. Sam, been trying out for the Power Slap League. We love you, tomato face. Oh, so I can... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that. I was Legos the Lobster at one point when I was a concrete worker. Good times. Shout out to Legos the Lifer, man. Rest ECP. God bless you. I don't know what that means, but I hope so. Power Slap League. It's so silly, right? Tomato over here, but I'm burning over here. Hey, I'm working over here. I'm burning up. Hey, Lifer, I'm ready for the sun on the beach in Portugal. You must be on fire. I don't know what he wrote. Sambos, a tornado face goofball over here. So, but that concludes the Bitcoin update over here. I see a descending triangle that's going to take us further to the downside. Call your friends, call everyone, say, hey, I ain't paying the VIG today. You know, I was in a long, I got to switch short. You got to give me a couple days for my short to cover, and then I'll be able to pay you over here, huh? And I won't bet on the Yankees ever again, eh? Bada bing, bada boom, huh? We can both go home happy, eh? Next time the Mighty Ducks win a... Liver's face is a must be 100x short. I think we must have a pullback. Money flow coming out, plus a red dot on the 10. Market Cipher B. My man is market ciphered out. Bullish on RFK. Dude is jacked. It's funny. I think we would have a pullback. Money flow coming out. Shout out to Fine Call Cali Crypto. I love that. He likes that Fine Cali, and he does that crypto. I know what you're into. I know what you're doing there. Mixing tones. Crypto world respect. Shout out to Billy Bob in the house. Pamp it. Pamp it, baby. Pamp it. Bitcoin retested top of the Gaussian channel on the week late. Free cash daily from their site. GF Burke, my man. Is it a good opportunity to get into a position down, or we wait for confirmation better? You do whatever makes you happy. Sweet cheeks over here. My man, Market Cypher out. Oh, man. You're funny. Shout out to Diablo in the house. Shout out to DXY. Sam on the lifers. Yeah, so the bearish divergence tells you that's probably your high. And so you got to respect it. You try to make another high, it's a lower high. You're about to make a lower low. This will roll over when the 1 hour rolls over. The bigger time frames are bearish. You're too far away from the 21-day moving average on the bigger time frames. That tells me that something's got to give. You're far away from the 21 and the 200 SMA. It's time for a short, everybody. Brought to you by Sammy Shorts, the man who sells shorts every single day. Even though they call him a bull bear, but he shorts every day. He shorts bullishly. No, but you know what I mean. I short a couple days, people call me the bear. I'm bullish a few days, people call me the permabull. You know, it's whatever they want to call me. They call me whatever they want to say. They say over here. Seeking a 33K pop up sometime in the future. My business listed on the Casper website. How is that possible? That's cool. I do things I'm not proud of for more Fox token. Shapeshift Fox. Wow. It sounds like you want to get more of that token. I said, Adam, please, muddy sign. You're funny. For those who can't make your classes, where do you recommend getting knowledge on finding entries? You gotta buy the class. You can buy the class and watch it whenever you want. It's buyable. Just jump on it anytime, and there's no excuse. G Sam, make up your mind. Are you a bull or bear? Golly gee, oh my. Shout out to the Lego Life over here. Don't listen to they. Listen to he. She. Tai Chi over here. So, I'm also seeing a shoulder ahead, possible right shoulder right there, like so. Look. We might even get a little bit of a completion pattern over here. That'll break us further to the downside, huh? Understand these concepts, and we could get together, huh? And figure it out. So, I've explained why I am bearish for now. I'm bullish on the bigger time frames. We're okay. It's not the worst. Weekly looks great. But, you know, the daily needs to reset. Hands down. And the smaller time frames are going to give us the confirmation that we need. And it's that simple over here, all right? And yes, this can look like a shoulder ahead and a possible right shoulder too. And when I really lower it down into place, it does, to me, has that descending triangle vibe. And I've seen them break out. It doesn't mean, and again, it can end up turning into a falling wedge like so, where it comes up a little bit, rounds back down, and then we break out. Not saying it's the worst. As long as as long as we stay above 30,300, there's that weekly support that we have to respect. So that could be big, and we might just go below it for a little bit and come back up. Recording of the class is 7 days a week for purchase. When you buy the recording, you can watch it, and you'll be able to attend the next available class at no charge. Email cryptolifers@gmail.com. Get into class. I'm telling you right now, the people we just took class this Saturday morning, they loved it. If anyone took class and was in the class right now, and if anyone took the class right now, if you can, for me in the comment section, write how much you like the class. Break it down. Break it down. Let's take a look at the total market cap for Bitcoin as we continue to roll on through the night. And so that's getting a little more of a ascending triangle vibe here, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Could we stall out for Bitcoin and get a pump into some of these altcoins to measure off the total market cap? 15-minute and a bit of a flag here, wanting to pump to the upside, but it is a symmetrical, which you take the base of the triangle, and it could go either way. It could go either way. And again, if Bitcoin's bearish, I don't see I don't see a huge move down. I don't see it enough to almost affect the total market cap too bad. I think it'll affect it slightly, though, but not too bad. All right. Smash the likes if you're jumping on in. Smash the likes if you're jumping on in. We appreciate it. And all he did was he did say smash the likes. Been here. I'm actually excited. The final washout is finally coming, especially for beginners, my man. Class is litty, worth every single penny. Legos the Lifer said. Look like you got a 10. God bless you, man. That's a nice way of saying I'm a tomato. It's forming a bowl in the 3-minute linear. Somewhat, I guess. So total market cap doesn't look too bad. If it breaks down, we're headed all the way back to 1.1 trill, or we're going back to 1.19 trill, which is close to 1.2. I mean, that's a big deal. You're talking $100 billion over here, you know, all the way to the upside. So when I get stuck talking with this accent, I just can't stop. It kind of rolls off the tongue, huh? Shoulder, head, possible right shoulder. Falling wedge breaking to the upside. Can we get the love? 4 hours oversold. Daily and 22 hour, both very overbought. Not loving life, you know, not amazing. 3 days still has some legs left in it, just looking at the stochastic. But we did hit a resistance. All right. So I see a pullback in the market cap as well as for Bitcoin, you know. I even see this as a shoulder, a head, and a little right shoulder here that will eventually roll over to the downside. And I could be wrong, and we watch us pump all the way to no man's land. I'm not always right. I'm not 100%. I wish I was. I wish every single time I made a Bitcoin update or, you know, idea, projection, whatever I do, whatever you call this, call, idea, projection, brainstorm, you know, whatever you want to say, technical analysis, manifesto, whatever you want to call this, I'm not 100%. I wish I was, you know. But then I also don't wish I was, because what would be 100? I mean, every single time there would be no, it'd just be like, yep. I mean, way more liquidity to the downside all the way to 29,000, 29.5, which is the same area that I'm showing you. So BOOKMAP is saying, and I didn't look at BOOKMAP yet. That's why I do my own thing, and then I look at this. BOOKMAP also telling us a move is coming to the downside. So just be careful if you're thinking of longing. We don't see a lot of liquidations above us, although it could happen. It looks more like you're going to get caught up in some type of liquidation down here. It's up to you, though. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. All right? That's something you're going to have to figure out. But right now, we see so much more liquidity down to 29,000. And that's just what the story says. This is BOOKMAP, a heat map with an order book showing us where the people want to buy and sell Bitcoin on the order books, futures exchanges as well. OKX money, Bybit, you know. And here, look, you have 359 Bitcoins being bought. 548 Bitcoins, 908 Bitcoin. You know, and up here you have all these Bitcoins getting sold. 137, 406, 181, 323. So you can see what's behind the candlesticks. All right. Go to my link if you want to get access to this. You can load Doge, and they have more access to more coins too as well as they continue to grow. All right. My business listed on Kaz. Add yours. DM'd. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for saying that. So there you have it. More liquidity to the downside. However, I've seen huge pumps come. So you can't go 100% on this information. But a lot of times it can just add to the story. All right. And give you a clearer picture of what's happening in the game, in the market. On this Sunday night as we head into another crazy week. But you know what? Nothing will be as bad as last week. I mean, anything could be as bad as last week. We never know. But so far, so good. Right? So far, so good. It could have been way worse. And it's been a good time. So far, so good, right? Anchor was out of control today. We put it out. We hit our first target. You can see it just continued to pump. At one point, that wick was up 79%. On the futures market, it was out of control. I looked at an Anchor perp, and I almost fell out of my chair. Because I saw what people were saying in the trading group, and I was like, no. And this thing was like 1 penny. And look, on the perp, it went all the way to 27. It did like a 27x on the perp. I just don't get it. It's back down at a penny again. But like, I mean, look, even at one point, it was at 10 cents, 11 cents. I mean, it's crazy. So the perp on MEXC, and that's on MEX Global. Really the best place to be trading if you don't want to be a fool and waste all your money on fees. Again, I don't want to be rude. You trade wherever you can because you trade where you get the setup and you trade where it works. But if I had an option, which all of us do, and the best thing is to take care of our wallets, in my humble opinion. Again, you do whatever makes you happy because I'm not a financial advisor and I can't tell you what to do with your money. But what I can tell you is the options that are out here and what options that I believe are great for me. And you can decide whether they're great for you or not. And that's kind of your decision to make. But I use MEX Global, right? And I was in a trading group for years as well. And the trading group helped me out a lot because I was able to learn from people at a fast-paced manner and get education that would have taken me years to figure out on my own, right? So what did he say? All in shorty now? Is that funny? Burke, thank you for saying what you're saying. I'll see the DM. All in shorty now. Thank you, my man. LOL. The 99 is an ecosystem of some of the most brilliant traders in the space. If you're having trouble reading the charts, there's always someone there to help. Join the 99 and find your life or family. I shorted on the way down. Glad I did. New CME gap to 31.15. Looks like it's low-lying fruit to bring the FOMO into the market. Liquidity pump to keep the coin alive. Can you check FLR? Flare back in the day. Praying everyone has a glorious Sunday night for the weekly candle close. If you're here, you're in the right place at the right time. Yeah, with scalping, it's super to trade on MEXC. I mean, the in and out's so great. Pamping. Eat my shorts. What's going on with Bitcoin Cash? Well, it's getting mentioned. And see, EDX is coming out. EDX is the exchange that is with Fidelity, Citadel, the big boys. All right? And look, there's that short to the downside. You got to love me. You got to love me. Because, you know what I mean? I called short at 30,005. At 30,000 feet, baby. And we're losing altitude. And look, I mean, now you got yourself a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder rolling over, baby. But again, you do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell you what to do and when to do it. What are your top 3 alts for 2024? You'd have to pay me to find out. You bring back Home Alone vibes when the guy got hit by the iron. Oh my gosh. Don't you ever disrespect me talking about Home Alone. If you were going to enter a 200K position in 5 minutes, would you long, short, or keep waiting? Honestly, I won't answer that because it's too leading. I told you what I see happening for Bitcoin tonight. You do whatever makes you happy. With that information, you got to figure it out on your own. I'm working over here. Hey, I'm working here. That's pretty funny, the Home Alone thing. Right? Because I'm red in the face, right? This guy over here. One of the rudest people I've ever met in my life. What is his name? Get his name. What is his name? Find out his name. Where is he over here? Where is he in the chat? Find out this guy's name. The Bombo. Oh, I like that guy, though. Hey. I like you, Bombo. You can do whatever you want. People I like can say whatever they want. If I don't like you, I don't know you, I don't know. But once I like you, you can get away with whatever you want. As long as you ain't, I can't say on the tube, but you know what I mean. I got his plate number. Get the binoculars out. Drive around, Billy, and look for the plate. Write it down. I told you to write those plates down. I have you in the background while I'm doing some work and have to say hello. The Home Alone comment is too funny, LOL. This guy's so funny, man. Well, I'm happy we brought you out of your inner monologue to come chat with us. All right? I keep hearing Casper might take over. Your thoughts? I mean, whenever I get an inkling of something and I'm on it, I'm usually pretty spot on. And I've been good at this, and my instincts have been amazing. But again, you never know. So I'm not trying to say I know it all, you know. I have you in the background. You should put me in the foreground, man. And let's get real. No, I'm just, does drinking lemon water turn you into a superhero with a mega mind? I think it does. I think it does. Not to say it did it for me, because I'm not a superhero with a mega mind, but I wish if you think so, yes. Definitely. Just wanted to say thanks for the awesome live stream, Sam. Your knowledge and enthusiasm are infectious. Keep being awesome. Celebrate the first super chat from my man In and Out Crypto. Thank you so much for the love. We greatly appreciate that here at the channel. And we love you more than you would ever know. 30,328 as the short is starting to get heavy to the downside. And we told you we saw bearish tones out of this shoulder, head and shoulder, out of this descending triangle. But it doesn't, watch it just, it could stop here. You never know. But I'm still seeing some bearish tones to the downside. Only time will tell. Anything out there making gains. Anything. Bitcoin SV up 8.8%, up 47% on the week. Stacks, STX back to 73 cents. That's actually been pumping nicely. I believe we have a call on Stacks. We'll take a look at that. ApeCoin up a little bit more than normal. But everything else kind of dwindling. Stacks really the hot coin. With Alex coming to the game and Bitcoin ordinals being bigger than they used to be, Stacks taking precedence. Let's take a look at our baby Stacks. And, you know, if you know me and my channel, we've been, slow love fest for Stacks. We don't talk about it every day, but we've been into Stacks for a long time, and we've been bringing it up. This song is purposely doing that. It makes you think that your speakers are going in and out. It's just a song. The song likes to mess. So I talked about Stacks right here a week ago and went over it in my mind why I believed it could pump. And you can see it's up beautifully now. And this was a call in the trading group. Up 40% gains for Stacks. USDT 3-day chart. Banging on them. All right. And even if that's all we get, 40% gains is beautiful. Had hidden bullish divergence. Lack of bearish momentum on the MACD. Everything was there for the pickings. Oversold stochastics RSI, which is my baby. And the divergence. So I look for basically divergence and oversold stochastics on top of and again, look at the retracement on the Fibonacci. Look at the Fib retracement here. You came right to the 706. You wicked down to the 786. Wicked to the 786 exactly. Look at that. Money time. And then bounce. You got to love that. Like, look at it right there on the line to the 786. Shout out to Lifer Friend of the house. But even Stacks, baby. Even Stacks played out exactly to the T. Bottom to the top. Roll that fib down. See the good spot. Find the drop. Let it rock. I'm trying to rhyme. I did rhyme. I don't want to say, I don't like using that word. Try. Horrible word. Anchor Protocol, though, I talked about it too. I was all over it before the hype. I don't know what got into it. I don't know who decided they were going to make it go where it did. But, I put out this flag right here earlier. Total on the candles is up. Total on the wicks is 75%. Insane. Definitely went lower, though. That's why you raised that stop to break even. Watch the videos and proper risk management. Understand those two things. Join my free server. Immediately watch first. And once you join my and you pay the money for the server, you must immediately, everyone here, if you're in my trading group, you're doing me and yourself a disservice if you're not going right here. The second you join, if not before, go to watch first. Watch what you get out of the Discord. All right. Wondering why the 99 has to offer. Watch this right here. Okay. Watch this video for sure. Alt Smart Trade tutorial. You got to watch this. This is going to teach you proper risk management right away. And then this is actually like the mental math behind proper risk management. Important risk management guide. You have to. If you don't watch these two things and you keep struggling as a trader, this is why. These main two things are why. You gotta get this information, and you gotta get it today, and it's for free. I'm begging you to do something for free because I know it's gonna help you. Please take advantage of these ideas and these links. Please, please, please. I'm begging you. All right. And there we at 30,310 now. Just a slow bleed on a Sunday night for Bitcoin and the gang. That means them 3S tokens might be a winner. Let's take a look at those 3S tokens. See if there's any quick gains to be had tonight into tomorrow. I don't like to trade Sunday night into Monday morning. Usually heavy volatile. But if I see something that looks highly probable, I'll take the probability in my favor. Just sometimes I've lost edges on these dates, so I've chosen to pull back a little bit. Not every time, but a little bit. Not go for the whole house every time, you know. So let's see what the short tokens are looking like. What's going on? We got 12% for Gala short. And these could pump up to the 200 SMA. These two, like EOS, could pump up to that yellow line. Gala may pump up to the yellow line. Mana could pump up to that yellow line. 4 hours a little overbought, but it may pump up to the yellow line at least. Sushi's got to break up a little more. This looks like bear flaggy to me, which makes Matic look somewhat. This looks even more. This actually looks bearish. Like that may break down, you know. And so if the short's going to break down, then it means we get a pump back up. But, I mean, yeah. So, Phantom short's a little overbought, too. It did have a bullish divergence. Kind of screams that we've made a bottom here. And we could further get to the top of the channel. 12-hour, 22, daily, all oversold. Look, that's kind of a cup and handle on the short, too. So you look, and I mean, these shorts could pay. I'm just saying, when Bitcoin does pull back, the alts get hit way harder, you know? And it's funny, they don't follow the pump, and then they take the bang. I mean, that's just how it is being an altcoin. You get kicked around like a can. It's tough. The altcoin life is tough. But you get raised into glory at the end of it all because you're so light. It's like being like a piece of tin can in the harbor when the water gets risen. Like that little tin can rises up so fast with all that water because it's so little and light, right? So, I mean, we don't stop. Now we look back to the short. I mean, trading is relentless. It's a relentless profession. Back from the long, to the short, back to the short, to the long, like inside and out. Take a deep breath. Wait a couple days. Give the signal. Plan out the next trade. Back to the short, to the long. You know, it's... So I just want to teach you, like, this short could pay off if Bitcoin doesn't do too well. All right? Let's take a look at the S&P Future. So S&P Future did a really good job of resetting on the daily and a beautiful little flag. All we needed to do now is just kind of come and hang out with that 21-day moving average, a little more pullback, and it's likely to continue to the upside. It broke a previous high. It can use that as support. I mean, that tells me that there's some money coming into the S&P, And it looks like for the next 2 to 3 weeks, maybe about a month time, we're going to see the S&P get another one of these big rallies that it's had. So that looks to me really nice. So I'm predicting more movement for the S&P. Probably maybe next week we'll have a little more down. It might be a red week, a couple more downward candles. But once we hang out with this 21-day moving average on the price action, man, this is going to be a beautiful bull flag that looks to me is going to continue to the upside for the S&P. Just getting ready for the week ahead. But, I mean, all of these look very similar. All the shorts are finally in these, like, falling wedges that are, getting tighter and tighter. And eventually you're going to make some type of break back to the upside. How big is the idea? It's funny, these altcoins don't look that good. It looks like we could still get slaughtered here in the alts. And the shorts may be into play. So I'd start looking at these shorts just a little bit and keeping them in my back pocket. Even if we don't need them, every day you should be checking out a short coin. Even if you don't, and this is why I like the short tokens, because they'll start looking bullish, just like we know the other, and then we don't have to short the short token. We could even short on MEXC, like we can short through the exchange. It's all how you want to do it. You know what I mean? And but I'm just saying, however you do it, watching these coins this way to me really helps, because visually I can see, wow, well, that's starting to look bullish. It tells me that I gotta pay attention to Bitcoin a little closer. I gotta look at the position, right? And Sammy called the short to the downside, did he not? Who called the short for you? Who called the shoulder, head, and shoulder for you? Who had you at a low? Who did it right here? Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Who said descending triangles like to dump? I'm just saying. Hands down the best moral, ethical TA analyst online, man. Wannabe whale. So many people say that, man. I have an army of people saying that. And that means I've done the right thing with my life. God bless you, brother. Who likes to short shorts? If I was short, I would be taking all profits here. I'm not short until 150K. Thoughts on Injective as a long-term hold? I believe it's a great project, but you do whatever makes you happy. Sammy the Magician. I mean, I called the short. Did I not? You'd be in the money right now. How many times do I come to this channel and call Bitcoin? How many times? How many times have you come here? Guys, answer the question. How many times have you showed up to the live and we're just nailing it? Like, we see what's going on, and we don't have 1,000 indicators on there. We're using things that are all free with the Pro Trading View account, right? We don't chill nonsense at you. We just give it to you straight. I learned more in my first 2 months in the 99 than 2 years by myself. Timmy313, Sam is the man. Every day, all the time. Sammy Boemi, nailing it as always. A lot. Multiple, but never open. I require pleb tiers to open shorts. You're funny. Love learning. Lakochi Coker in the house. Jeffrey Anderson in the house. Just made 300. Can't thank you enough, Lifer. Shout out to Xander Harris. You did it yourself, man. You got the Lifer Bellicose behind you, Sam. We got your back. My man, Crypto Bellico in the game. This guy is a magician. Xander, my man, we love you. Sammy, you sunburnt? My man, Dylan, we love you, brother. Don't get me started over here. We already had tomato face. Don't make me bring back tomato face number 2 over here, huh? Hey, be easy over here. Don't do it over there. Don't do that. Don't look at me funny over there. Sammy Beach Life of the house. Hey, as long as I call it, that's all. That's what people pay me for. They want me to be right with Bitcoin. They want me to show up, and what I say has to happen. If it doesn't, then I'm out. Nah, I'm just messing around. But I mean, there's pressure on you when you claim to know what's going down. Now we look for a bear flag on the 1 minute that can continue this, and then we would continue the shorts to me, the short is continuing to the downside. All the way to 29,005. That is it. And you can see BOOKMAP also suggesting lower liquidity. I mean, there's just nothing else around us. You tell me. You've been here with me so many times as my students, as my friends, as my foreseers, as my helpful learners of life, as my lifeblood lovers, if that makes any sense. You're not my lover, you're a lifeblood lover. You get it? I don't want to, I don't want to be confused. But so I love you. We're not lovers, but I love you. You know that. This is getting strange. I'm sorry. 29,005, 29,000. All right. That's where the liquidity lies. That's where the love boat is. All right. That's where we want to be. Okay. We want to be shorting the market down into that love. All right. And I got you to 30,121. I don't know what else I could do over here. Sammy called this short, though. Sammy called this short again on a beautiful Sunday night. And it's all that matters. There's nothing else that matters in this life but calling Bitcoin every night. No, I mean, there's your kids, there's your family, there's the ups and downs. I'm just joking around, but you know what I mean? It's all about that Bitcoin, baby. It's all about that Bitcoin. PEPEDOWN will follow if Bitcoin gets a nice one. That's looking like it may take a nice little move to the upside. Had a bullish divergence right there, rounded. Thank you for the love. I appreciate that. God bless you. Dude, 30,090. Show me the money, baby. Show me the money. Who called the short a short over here? What kind of short guy was over here calling shorts? And it is Sunday night into Monday. Expect volatility. Chinese market selling off, hot. Just getting it down and dirty. Just slanging. Just dumping Bitcoin. Every single Monday. They dump the coin. Something funny happens every Monday, though. I'll tell you that. It's pretty crazy. Shout out to the people here, man. We did a great job. We've been calling Bitcoin accurately for the last week and a half. Pretty nicely. 30,055. And we say it before it happens. We show you it happening. We say, hey, be careful. Then it happens, and you look at us like, how do you know? And it's obvious. The chart tells you, as long as you're in tune with the chart tells you. But you need to be in tune. You need to be in tune with the chart. Okay? You and the chart need to be one. And don't spit out your coffee or your milk or your lemon juice. This is it. 29. Look at that. Come on. Come to daddy, baby. Come to daddy. And we just got you a $500 short like that. Bitcoin was just 30,500. We called the short right there for you. What else do you want from this channel? You could call that a day with that bank. And call it a day with that money and move on. I don't know what else I can do. I don't know what else I could do over here, huh? I did everything I can. Every single day. Day after day. All right? Even though I'm tomato face over here. You laugh at me. You make jokes. You say, look at the guy with the funny red face. Look at the Irish guy with the red face from the sun. I think it's funny because he's from a place where they don't get a lot of sun like his ancestors. So when he goes to the sun, he looks like a tomato face. Ha, 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 ha. I'm going to laugh at that lack of melanin, white, looking whitey. Anyway, it's been a good run. We've had a good run, right? And that might have been a nice entry off the short there. I'm looking to see if there's more pain coming. We can make some type of bear flag here, and then get a continuation pattern on a smaller time frame. And that's what I keep people privy to in the trading group. All right. And who is here this morning for the quick little update? Great little morning update. Tomato face better than potato face. Hey. Crypto Lifer and the charts are both red tonight. My man. Anchor ready to buy the world bar around. I know, right? What was that? I just see a guy who went out in the sub with his family, lays it all down on the line without thinking about it to spend some quality time with the next generation of lifers. God bless you, brother. You're the man. Shout out to Dr. Blocks in the house. A lot of real people out here. My bag also had no sunscreen. You say potato, Sammy says tomato. Please shut up. 2 days you talk about bears and we end up going down. Stop. Oh, this guy. He's out. That's negative energy. We can't have that. We can't have that. Descending parallel channel bottoming on the hourly. Possible. Bitcoin really going down. I'm not saying it's a huge down, but bye, Felicia. Speed demon hell. Such a weird dude. Whatever. I gotta be careful. You make these people mad and they sit on their keyboard all day, all upset, and they start crying themselves to sleep and stuff, and it gets bad. So you got to be careful. You don't realize they may not be outside like enjoying nature as much. They might be like just living inside of soda and fries with Sammy on the side, please. Shout out to Sumer. Just a little pullback. Swing failure pattern. My man. We'll do some brainstorming for Bitcoin in a second. But these shorts look like they could pay on the daily. I'm just saying. 76% gains coming out of Atom. Doge, Dot. All of them are in this beautiful cup and handle. Showing some signs of life here on that daily time frame. You heard it here first. Maybe I'm wrong. You never know. What do I know? I'm just a guy that goes over the charts every single day. Who cares, right? It probably means nothing. I'm not even joking. I'm just being honest. Probably just means nothing. Whatever. Just a beautiful falling wedge. Bouncing off of a support zone. Oversold stochastics. Lack of bearish momentum on the MACD side looks good. But you never know. You know what? Probably not going to happen. Probably going to go against the probability and do nothing. Shout out to the super chats for TA and Deep Dive. Let's see if we have any super chats that I may be missing. Super chats. Would you buy Reddit X trending sentiment? Name 5 coins that will 50x on the next bull run. Stock.ethe. Would you buy Reddit X? I don't know what that is. So I don't know if I would buy it or not. Name 5 coins that will 50x in the next bull run. I don't want to do that for free, man. I got my own ideas. You know? Join the trading group and I'll tell you. Who said it was dumping over here? Happy it's summer. Get a Burke. Oops, wrong chart. Looking at the 45-minute. Join the 99. Amen. And we'll take a look at ETHE. We'll see what's going on there. And expect that volatility. We're back at, 30,150 bouncing around. But again, I mean, BOOKMAP, no lie. There's so much more liquidity to the downside. This could just be making that consolidation flag to the downside now. That's why we watch that on that smaller time frame. And you look for this type of flag, something brewing here. Caspa 25,270. And what I'm looking for Caspa is to kind of reset here on the daily too. We just need a little reset. Bitcoin just needs a little reset. It's going to start on the smaller time frames. We showed you how unbearish it is, so it's not a big deal. Just what kind of has to happen. Once it gets figured out, everything else can get figured out, and we can be on our way. And that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. All right. Caspa, we're just looking for this falling wedge and further breakout. Still looking great to me. Still has room on the 3-day chart too as well. And I still can't believe we do it every single day. Like, we'll be back Monday morning again, back to where it all began. It's been an unbelievable run. Everyone that's been with me, I can't believe it. 900, on our way to 1,000. It's a milestone, you know. What me, you guys, my team has achieved. All of us should be so proud of ourselves. And I know I get to be the front runner in the face and all that, but like, it's never just one person when you get done what we're getting done every day. You know, it takes a whole effort of people, a group of people, and it's been an amazing run. So I just want to say thank you to everybody on my team. Thank you to my wife. Why don't you come back? Shout out to everybody here on the live. We appreciate you. And just want to say thank you to everyone that became a green member to the YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to everyone that sends a super chat. I want to say thank you to everyone that always writes in and is part of the team. I just want to say thank you. So much gratitude every single day for what I do for a living. And it's not easy to show up every single day. And some nights I'm with my family and we have a dinner and I'm like, I got to go up. Like, even tonight, my mom was like, now you have to go live now? Like, after she had dinner, she's like, aren't you exhausted? Last night I had pasta. She's like, how do you go live now after eating all that pasta? I'm like, I don't know, but I do it because now this is it. This is the grind. This is the legacy. And honestly, at one point, it's really not about the money. It's about the legacy. This show will take me somewhere. I'll meet someone some way, somehow, and I'll get to my next level in life, and then I'll go from there and from there and from there. She's looking for Bitcoin dominance to likely just slightly go sideways and continue up. It looks like Bitcoin's not done pumping technically by Bitcoin dominance's style. It does have some bearish div now. Slightly, like it could start to pull back slightly here. It's not amazing bearish div. So, that's what we see happening. But once you start something, you better finish it. And I don't know where this ends. I don't know where this whole show ends and all this beautiful things that we're creating. But I got a team. I got a staff. I got people behind me. And I don't see why we would stop. You know what I mean? I don't see why we would stop. Bitcoin coming back up now. 30,390. Just coming right back up. Look at that. V-shape recovering on a liquidity grab. Could still be a bearish retest right there too as well. One good thing it did is it kind of made this more of a falling wedge already. You see? Kind of scared away the descending triangle vibe. Still doesn't look amazing to me though. The number one trending coin on the coin market cap is Pepe. I swear to God, the coin is going to outperform everything this cycle. Jordan Thomas, amen. I'm still in Pepe. I got some plans for Pepe. I'm bullish on Pepe this week. Massive green weekly close. I have a question. When you say take profits, should I take profits on my Bitcoin? It's like I'm afraid to get rid of it. I would never tell you what to do with your money. You got to do whatever you want to do with your money. All right. I personally would never sell Bitcoin, but you do whatever makes you happy. Okay. Glad to see you be here, Sam. You're the only guy showing us how to do this with free indicators. We appreciate you so much. Amen. Shout out to Crypto Homie Angel, see? But that's why we created such a strong lifer army, man. Super Chat, Stock, ETH, and Cardano. Shout out to Lifer Friend. Grayscale Ethereum Trust, is that what it is? I can't find ETH. I know it's been a while, but I can't see it. ETHE. Let's look at Cardano. If he's still here after all that, I mean, he deserves a super chat. So if he comes back and he's like, yo, this was it, I'll be like, all right. Because he's been on the stream the whole time, you know? I got to learn how to trade, mostly spot stacking for me. I need faster cash. Cadanzo over here. Crickets is summer love music to my ears. Amen. I'm with you on that. All right, so let's take a look at Cardano. Big, small. I don't like the gosh dang thing there. So look at the weekly here. KuCoin. Major resistance at 58 cents. Major resistance here at this local top at 45 cents that we just had in April 10th, okay? Bit of a double bottom, which is a double bottom at about 23 cents. Hanging out, do we go lower is the question for the ADA holders or people that want to accumulate more ADA. And Cardano, Cadanzo. Give me some more Cardanas. How many Cardanas can I smoke in a day over here? It's the lady pack. It's like the Virginia Slims of Antarctica. I don't know, man. So look, we're looking at Cardano in this falling wedge, right? Weekly says, hey, I could break back to the upside, possibly trying to do a weekly bottom. 3-day chart just getting started suggests that it has legs, that it can make a move to the upside. All right. Also a bit of a slight higher low double bottom though. Daily a little too high for us and could not get back above the local resistance, which is right here. Because we had support. So Cardano has to get back above 38 cents to be taken, 30 cents to be taken seriously. Otherwise, it's going to come down and maybe even make a lower low at 24 cents. It breaks that level. Its next stop is 15, 16 cents. And it could definitely do that. So I don't think it can't. All right? Because it could. And the way I'm seeing this is an empath. It's just bearish until it. So you're looking for Cardano really has to get back above 30 cents and hold above it. That's a key level for it on this local time, this local support and resistance. It gets back above that area, we can start talking about maybe a bigger move, man. And then if it can get back above 45, it's kind of it's in the safe zone. It's starting to make some bigger trend, like something is breaking. But it's still in a downtrend technically. Like you have a low, you have a high, you have lower highs. You almost made a lower low there. You made a lower high again. I mean, you're playing with disaster here. You could see a 16-cent Cardano. It must hold above 24 cent. You cannot. You see 22, 20, 19 cent. You're going down to 15, 17 at least, 17 cents at least. So Cardano's not in the best place right now. I'll be honest. It's in an accumulation phase for long-term holders. You guys rock at this game. I've been at it for a few months, and I'm embarrassed to even say how much I'm down. It's a wild number. Oh, well. Elton Jeffs, man, just start small. If you can't double $100, you have no choice putting more money in the market. Nightingales were singing all night last night in the meadows. You sound like you were dancing under the moon, man. And everyone, that concludes this nightly show. I really, really appreciate it. Bitcoin sitting at 30,260. Heavily volatile as we approach the Sunday night into the Monday morning weekly candle close. Always a pleasure to be here with you each and every single Sunday night. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you took a short for some gains. If you like where that came from, we do that in the trading group every single morning. You'll get an update at 7 a.m. You might just catch a couple shorts, a couple longs before the show even starts at 10 a.m. For instance, we've been trading at Saturday or Sunday. Might have put out a call in the morning. Things of that nature. Might have put a call midday. You would have been able to nail it with us every single day here in the Discord. So I'm live every day. I'm in the Discord every single day And I love each and every one of you for being here. So may God bless you all. Thank you so much for jumping on into the live stream. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the love. Love is the strongest frequency. You can, you will, you are the best. If you're in a rut right now, you will get out of it. You're going to get out of it by working out. One day you're going to do one push-up, then a pull-up. Next thing you know, it's going to lean to more. Then it's 30, then it's 40. Next thing you know, you're jogging, you're sweating. If you can work out every day of your life to the point where you sweat it out, you did something good with your body, you know? So if you can get to the beach and go swimming, do something to get yourself outside, go hiking, get yourself into nature. Nature and exercise go hand in hand. Somehow, some way, you'll fight through the depression. You'll feel good. You'll make natural adrenaline. That's what you'll do. You'll make natural adrenaline. You'll feel really good about yourself. You'll start to move. You realize you have a blessing in this world to give back to the world around you. And you'll begin to grind. I'm telling you right now. And I hope I inspire you every single day to change your life. That is the key. That is the source. That is the way. I love each and every one of you. May God bless you all. Have a great night. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for each and every one of you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.